Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Vicki and I have a quilty box today. I'm so excited because today is July the 13th and my quilty box actually arrived today and I'm actually going to open it today. Woohoo! So I have untaped two sides and I will, oh look on the bottom. I was about to untape the bottom one and I see there's a little message. I don't know if you can see it. It says, "Thank you, Patrick." So Patrick, the owner of Quilty Box, has touched my box. I don't know if he packed it or... Thank you, Patrick. Very nice personal touch. So here we go. I have it open now. And what's in your box? Okay, so the curator is Kathleen Starr. I apologize if the lighting's not so hot in here. We were about to have a thunderstorm and I had to actually pull out lights. Normally in my sewing room, never need lights. Plenty of sunlight through the big window behind the camera. Kathleen says that her love of quilting goes back 35 years. Wow. And my love of hand-dyed fabrics almost as long. Very impressive. She's in her 20th year of business and a home-based business for 10 years, and then it was grew and they built a dye studio. How cool is that? I have some hand-dyed fabrics too, and I've always been, I really like them and kind of, what do you say, not envious, but you know, enamored by people who hand-dye their fabrics. Not that risky, and I know that's a lot of work, and I'm sure that if I did it, I'd probably just waste a lot of fabric, but I've seen some beautiful work, so kudos to Kathleen Starr and the others who do that. So this makes me very anxious to look in this box. Here are the items on the back. I'm not going to read it. Actually, the lighting in here is so bad tonight, I'm having a hard time reading it. And the business card to share. And yay, no worms, just tissue paper today. Ooh, that's a big piece of fabric. I don't know if I can look at that yet. Oh, okay. We have a template of some sort. It says the binding tool. Oh, that's perfect. I'm about to make a binding. I was going to show you my little project over here after I looked at the box. But look at this. I'm guessing, I haven't looked at the card yet, but I'm guessing this is to make the miter, which is what I like to do so that you never end up with the seam on seam when you turn your binding, especially if it were to hit at a corner or something. I usually try to do the miter too, so then you have a diagonal seam and so the two seams never meet. So, but it is called the Binding Tool by TQM Products at the Quilters Mercantile Incorporated. And there's some instructions on it. I don't know if you can see them written on there, but there are definitely instructions. And the card says that the binding tool is a must-have for every quilter. When you finish the last seam on the binding, only an angle seam will work to when you finish the last seam on the binding, only an angle seam will work to reduce the bulk of the last step. I do the angle seams when I need more than one, you know, when you sew together more than one strip of fabric to make your length. Binding tool makes a perfect ending every time. 2 measurements, 2 cuts. It's that simple. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to be trying this shortly, so I'm going to set over here. That's very interesting. Oh, $9 is the retail price. Okay, the next item I have is a Star Design Fabrics. It's called Hand-Dyed Fabrics and Kites, Dreams and Wishes. And it is by Star Design Fabrics, and her name is Kathleen Starr. So, Dreams and Wishes. The quilt is designed to go with our diet bites. Diet, D-Y-E, not diet as in no chocolate. And 8 fat quarters packs. Some of the sizes require one of each pack, some require both. Table runner can be made from any of our Crazy 8s kits. Very pretty. I like that. Oh, and it's I thought it was two quilts at first, but it's actually looks to be that shape. I don't know what that shape is called, but that's what it looks. Very nice. And let's see what it says about that. Huh. I'm not sure. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. $9. The Dreams and Wishes pattern was created with a graduated color twist to a traditional Ohio Star block. Nice. Okay, and that's valued at $9. And here's another pattern: Star Design Fabrics, hand-dyed fabrics and kits, Shockwave. I think I said kites before. It's kits. This one's called Shockwave. And I'll just read from the card and see what it says about it. It says Shockwaves pattern is valued at $9. And it's one of our newest patterns. We've added the Crazy Eights kit option just for the July Quilty Box. Well, that's pretty cool. Something just for this box. Something unique. It's a quick and easy strip piece project with no points to match. How nice is that? The pattern offers multiple size options, and I like that in a quilt pattern because I've mentioned before, I'm a miniature quilter or a small piece quilter. I don't make big bed quilts. I mean, I have been involved in making those for like a raffle quilt or in the guild for a service quilt or something, but that's not my thing. So to be able to get something that you know, that there's dimensions for something smaller and instructions is it's right up my alley. So $9 for this one as well. So 2 patterns so far and a template. And then it looks like there's some thread. I want to get out of here before I think it's just okay. Thread. Ooh, that is really a pretty color. I don't know, the lighting in here is kind of crappy since the sun's not coming out. And I did the best I could, but I'm going to hold it under this light a minute. It's pink. And it's superiorthreads.com. It's $5.98. It's So Fine number 50 from Superior Threads, 550 yards. It says use a top stitch needle. 3-ply polyester. It is a lint-free, low to medium sheen, smooth filament polyester thread. Due to its fine nature, so fine. Excellent blending thread, commonly used for top stitching applications when the fabric or backing design is to be more prominent than the quilting. Ooh, it's available in 134 colors. So there's your So Fine thread. And now the last item is a kit. It's not just fabric, but it's a whole kit. Or as I called it earlier, it's a kite. It's a fabric kite. And what does it say? Well, let me show it to you closer. And you can see the fabrics in the back. They are a rainbow of colors, as you can see. Really, really pretty. Hand-dyed. So let's see what it says about them. It says, my table keeps moving, spring tone fabrics in seasonal coordinating colors. Our new Crazy Eights kit was specifically designed for the July edition of Quilty Box. Each kit contains 8 fat 8s along with a 1-yard cut for background, borders, or anything else you want to create. We're so excited about these fun little kits, we've decided to revisit some of our newer patterns and add them as an option. We have plans to come out with many new color combinations allowing for lots of color options. They make a great size project for a wall quilt, table runner, or baby quilt. So let's take a look at it. So it's in here all nice and neat. I know I'll never get it back in this way. Let's take a look. So that's the label, and there's fabric. Oh, I see. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look at something here. This is called Crazy Eights kit. And neither of these are Crazy Eights, right? No, these are Shockwave, Dreams and Wishes, and now this is Crazy Eight kits. No, that doesn't open. Okay. So here's the background fabric they're talking about, and it's a beige. Very nice neutral. And then we have some colors. There we go. Very pretty. I've always noticed that the hand dyes are a little stiffer. I don't know why. Blue and green and an olive, a golden color, an orange, a red, a two shades of purple, okay, violet, and a purple. So that is the Quilty Box for July 2016. I'm going to see if I can put this back together. But there's something else I would like to share with you today, and that is I have been working on a project, and I did make it from some Quilty Box supplies. Well, I'm back. You probably didn't know I was even gone. Had a little technical difficulty with my other camera, which is battery running out. So I got my second camera. I have two of the same because I lost one and bought another and then found the first one. But anyway, so I was about to show you my project I made with some Quilty Box products. And here it is. Now this was a thing, it's not finished, I haven't got the binding, but I just finished hand quilting it yesterday. And this is a thank you present for someone, and the theme of it is a tea party because that's related to what the thank you is. But here it is. And it's paper pieced, and it has the fabrics here for the teapot, and the teacups are all, they're from, I've forgotten which box. But they are, there was a fat quarter, I'm not fat quarter, I'm sorry, charm square pack of, I believe, like prairie, calicos. And I used one each of this dark blue here and the light blue. And then I ended up needing both almost all, both pieces, 5-inch squares to do the teapot. And I'll show it to you a little closer. Don't look too close. I'm not the best hand quilter in the world, and it's been a long time, but I try. So I did use some Quilty Box fabrics, not in the way they were intended, but that's kind of how I am as a quilter. If you give me a kit of something, I'm going to use it, but I may not use it the way the kit was intended. And I used a couple other products. One was the Clover finger presser, and this was from last August, I believe, my first box. August or September, August, I'm pretty sure it was August. And I liked it because I do paper piecing. The pieces are little. It's not as easy to iron them, although I do sometimes, and there were some pieces I had to. But yeah, it was very nice. When you iron on paper piecing the little pieces, they just get so hot. Even if your iron's not on the hottest setting, I know the answer is turn your iron down, but they just get incredibly hot. And the paper that it's on, when it gets under the iron, gets really hot. So. And then the other product that I used, and this was I really like this one, but this one I was really impressed with, the flatter. That is my biggest thing, is getting things straight and not being wavy or wrinkled, and this, because when you're working with something this small, something being off makes a big difference. But this stuff was remarkable. I went into it not expecting much, and and when I think of a starch, I think of back in the old days, the big can, and roll it up or let it sit, and it's foamy. Well, this is very clean. You can barely smell it. It says it's scentless, very slight scent, almost scentless, I would say. And I was amazed at how much it flattened things. I mean, with paper piecing, you have all these little seams, like one of these little cups has, especially the handle piece, I don't know if you can see, just has tons of little, it looks like I have dirty fingernails, so that's blood. I stuck a needle under my fingernail. It has tons of little pieces that are all, smooshed in a very small space, so it's very difficult to make that flat, and this did an incredible job. So whoever makes this stuff, kudos to you. I'm really impressed, and thank you, Quilty Box, for sending it to me, because I would have never known about it. And when this runs out, I'm sure I will buy another one, absolutely sure. And I will use this in paper piecing. It really works better than my finger. Obviously not quite as good as an iron, but an iron is difficult to use sometimes in the projects that I do. So next, I'll be able, from the new box, to use this. I'm going to use this to make my binding. So I will have used 3 different fabrics, although they were only 5-inch charm squares. This product. And anyway, thank you very much for watching my video. Thumbs up and subscribe if you would, please. And thank you, Quilty Box, for another great month of quilting supplies. Oh, before I go, one thing I have to say. I may have sounded like a little lost when I was looking at this, where it says Crazy 8's quilt, because I kept looking at the label. It's kind of thick paper, thinking, well, where's the instructions? Where's the, when I think of a kit, I think of fabric and the instructions. But actually, this is the fabric kit to be able to do either or both of these, depending on what size. So now I get it. I'm sorry.